Well, hello there. Welcome back to another episode here on Hall Family Farms. So glad you could join us today. Today is Friday, May 7th, and I'm so glad you could join us today. We have a lot to talk about, a lot of things going on here at the farm, and we are in the middle of frantically preparing for our first garden tour with a women's group at my church. They're planning to come out and visit the farm on Tuesday, May 11th. So I've got this weekend to get everything as ready as I can to give them a tour, talk about some of the things that we're doing here on the farm, some of the experiments we've tried and have had success with, and some of those that we've really kind of struggled with. So it should be interesting. Hopefully they will allow me maybe to do a little videotaping of that experience and be able to share that with all of you out there. But while we're here, let's give you like a little behind the scenes tour, let you see what's going on. So let me grab the camera real quick and we will take you on a little tour. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's begin our tour here. So we're going to go inside the greenhouse. As you can see, if you've been following us for a while, you know that we had this greenhouse full of plants. And as you can see now, we've moved out several things. Our tropical hibiscus trees, we've moved those out now that the temperatures are warmed up and we're no longer at jeopardy of losing anything due to frost. A lot of our seedlings are up. Our morning glories need to get out and get transplanted. They are growing. Look at this right here. This one's growing all the way up here onto the second shelf. So definitely need to get that out. We've got watermelon to go out. Our hardy hibiscus, we've got several of those that are in here that we need to get out and get planted. One of the things we've really struggled with is trying to grow lettuce, and you can see we've got a few here, and I'm going to transplant those and see if we can get those growing a little bit better. And I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking that it has something to do with the seed starting mix that I purchased from the Dollar General. It just seems like even the zinnia seeds back here, as you can see, they're just not taking off like you would think they would. And then I've had a whole flat here. Let me see if I can take the lid off here. There's nothing happening in this flat. And we had marigolds planted here and nothing's come up. I will say our strawberry experiment has finally taken off. We've got some strawberry seedlings that have popped up that we harvested from strawberries that we purchased at our local Kroger store. So that's exciting. And on our second shelf, you can see we've got our Ozark Beauty strawberries that we planted in these dollar containers we purchased from the Dollar Tree. And you can see we've already got some strawberries growing. We've already harvested several. More watermelon plant. This one here's Charleston Gray watermelon. It's an heirloom. And here's a couple more we've got here. So we need to get those out in the garden. And then our tomatoes are just doing really well here. This is an indeterminate, I believe, cherry tomato. And you can see we've got some ripe ones already forming. We've been harvesting from this for a while. A grapevine that did not do well for us here. Dug it up. It just kept dying all the way back every winter, and so I've decided to put it in this pot, and we're going to see if we can have it grow here in the greenhouse permanently. It's a red seedless tomato. It's a red seedless grape. So we'll see if that will work for us. And of course, our strawberries that we planted last year from seeds from strawberries we harvested are doing well. Our russet potatoes, Idaho potatoes, have finally taken off, and we moved them into a larger pot as well. We also have some cucumbers here that are coming on here in the greenhouse. I don't know if you can see that, but those are coming along here. Some more cherry tomatoes. Got some more that are starting to ripen up. More cucumbers. See if I can get that a little bit better focus, maybe. There you go. And of course here we have our early girl tomato that we overwintered by taking cuttings from the plant that we had last year. And it's doing really well. It's got a number of green tomatoes on there. We're just waiting for those to ripen up so we can harvest those as well. They were really good, the two we've already harvested. So then over here, I'm going to bring you on around here. So we have our mandevilla vine that we overwintered. And we've got our little baby new potatoes that we purchased from Kroger's as well, that you probably saw in episode 27 where I kind of up-potted those. So I'm real excited. They're doing really well. The transplanting effect didn't harm them one bit, hasn't set them back as far as I can tell. Our lime tree that we grew from a lime seed that we purchased from a lime at Kroger's last year is doing very, very well. And so, yeah, that's what we've got going on in the greenhouse. And of course, I have some more seedlings that and of course I have some more seeds here that I've tried to plant and have had very abysmal success with. And I'm just going to chalk this up to that soilless mix that I purchased from the Dollar General. It just doesn't seem to be a very good growing medium for these seeds. Now, the carrots, if you saw the episode on the carrots, these carrots are really starting to take off here. The water, I just watered them, so it kind of beat down some of the leaves here. But I'm expecting to have a really good crop. And of course, the garlic that we planted, this is garlic we purchased again from the store. It's already growing. Got a couple that have already sprouted here. So yeah, anyway, let's take you outside. I want to show you some other things. Alright, so wanted to show you and give you an update here on our cuttings that we took back in the winter, late fall. We've had some successes, as you can see. We've had a lot of failures, and I think it has to do with the location of this propagation frame setup. It's on the north side of the greenhouse, but unfortunately the sun does continue to go right through the greenhouse, and so the plants that are further away from the greenhouse just seem to be suffering, and even some of the ones in the back. It seems like the ones here that are in the shade in the afternoon seem to be doing well, and the ones that are in the shade in the morning for most of the morning are doing well. But pulled up this one, and so we're going to go ahead and pot it versus trying to stick it back in. But this is a cutting we took from that 30-year-old Concord grapevine that you saw me in an earlier episode take cuttings from, as I was tasked with giving it a good trimming back. So we're going to pot this up now and hope it'll continue to grow for us, and then we can transplant it out here into the garden and start a grape vineyard for table grapes. This particular variety is good for grape jelly, grape juice. So anyway, let's take this back to the greenhouse. We're going to get this potted up, and then we have some other projects we're working on as well, and we'll share those with you here as we move on. Okay. Alright, so we're back here in the greenhouse, and I've got a pot that I'm recycling. It had a blueberry plant that we have out here in our garden, and so I thought I would put some soil in here, and as you can see, I've already Put a little bit of soil in this container, and this has got some really nice roots, and I'm hoping that it will continue to grow for us. Just tear that off for a second, and I'm going to stick that right in there. Let me get some more soil. Roll this back. Okay, so there you have it. We've got it all potted up. I'll make a label for it so we'll know what this is. And we've got a bud here, so hopefully that will break soon, and we'll keep you posted on how this does. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the little quick tour that we gave you of our farm here and the things going on. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing to be a subscriber to our channel. And as always, give us a thumbs up if you like the content that we are providing you here on our channel, and click that notification bell. That way you're never at risk of missing a new episode. And we're always looking for new things to try and experiments to conduct here on the channel and continue to grow our farm. So until the next episode, be safe out there, take care. Bye-bye.